Angles test review. You guys are going to be responsible for doing the odd problems. I'm going to go ahead and do the evens. Two angles are complementary, so don't forget complementary means we're going to have a part plus part equals 90 problem. One angle is 16 more than the other. What is the measure of the largest angle? Okay, so here's the right angle. Complementary means 90 degrees. And then it is stated that one angle is 16 more than the other. So 16 more just means you're adding 16. And let's make the other angle x. So this is the other angle. And then this one over here is 16 more than the other. Okay, so that's how we're breaking that down. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. So we have x plus 16, that's the first part, or one of the parts of this 90-degree angle, and then x is the other part. We have to do part plus part equals 90. All right, so let's combine like term. Now, you can use NSolve if you want to. You know what, I'll go ahead and do this. Even though it looks different on the app, but still. Okay, so if I go down here at the bottom, okay, so once you pull up NSolve, what's the equation again? Don't forget you need to put comma x inside the parentheses. And we get 37. So I can get rid of this line. All right, so we get x equals 37. Okay, and then you're going to plug it back in because it says what's the measure of the largest angle. So let's figure that out. So 37 plus 16, 53 degrees. And the other one should be 37 degrees. And of course, you want to add these two up to make sure they equal 90, just to check your work. Anywho, all right, so the bigger one is 53 degrees, so that's going to be the Maserati. All right, so since 53 was the answer, if you want to circle it, you can. Whatever makes you feel better. All right, so go down to number 2 here and ignore that. That wasn't the answer. Anyway, we're going to write. Did I spell that right? That looks weird. Yeah, guess so. All right, moving on. Number 4. TS and TQ are perpendicular. And that's the picture right here. So since they're perpendicular, since it says they're perpendicular, then I automatically know that that's 90 degrees. All right, so this is probably going to be part plus part equals 90. All right, so STR, let me go ahead and start using some colors here. I'm going to use purple for these. So STR is 2x plus 9. And then we have RTQ, so that's RTQ. And that is 5x plus 18. So those are our two parts. So we have, again, 2x plus 9. And the other part is 5x plus 18. Add those together, so part plus part, and then equals 90, because it says perpendicular, and perpendicular means 90 degrees. All right, so we can use NSolve like we did for number 2, but I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like going back and forth. All right, so we get x equals 9. That's not the answer. Don't forget, when you find x, plug it back in. When you find x, plug it back in. When you find x, plug it back in. I just say it 3 times to help y'all remember. Okay, so we got 27 degrees for that one. Yeah. So 45 plus 18. Okay. Let's see, 27 plus 63 is 90. So we all good. And we want the measure of STR. So which one is STR? That's the purple one. So the answer is 27. So for number 4, we're going to put rockets. All right, so I'm going to stop going to the bottom and back up to the top because it's a lot back and forth. All right, number 6, angles A and B form a linear pair. So it says linear pair. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, so the measure of angle A is 20x. I'll use this color for this one. So 20x plus 24. And then this will be 6x. All right, draw a picture and label to get full credit. Did that. All right, so for this, since it's a linear pair, we know it's going to be part plus part equals 180, my bad, 180. So the first part, my bad, the first part is this. Second part is 6x. And don't forget part plus part equals 180. And solve. You can use end solve or you don't have to use end solve, of course. I don't know why I always say that. It just feels like I have to say that. I do not know what. I get it in my head. Yeah, I don't know. 156 divided by 26 is 6. Okay. All right, so x equals 6. Plug it back in. So this is going to be 20 times 6 plus 24. So it's 120. That's 144. And that's gonna be 6 times 6, which is of course 36. And 36 plus the 144 equals 180. So we good. All right, and then it says find the measure of angle A. Angle A was the purple angle, if you remember from there. So that's gonna be 144 degrees. So that's the answer for number 6, Patrick. All right, number 8, let's see what's going on. The measure of angle 1, you know what, I'm going to use the highlighter for this because I'm going to mark the figure. All right, so this is angle 1 here, and it is 11x plus 17. Then we have angle 3 is here. Okay, well, this is obviously, what do you call the thing? A vertical angle. So these are vertical angles. Which means part equals part. All right, so that's going to be okay, so now we're just going to solve for x as per usual. You can use and solve if you want to. Okay, so we get x equals 12. All right, let's plug it back in. Okay, so that's 130, 117. Okay, I give up. I'm just going to do my work on this thing because I'm getting confused. All right, then we got 15 times 12 minus 31. 15 times 4 is 60. 3 60s is 180. Minus 31. 5, 4, 149. Oh, praise the Lord. All right, cool. I got the same answer on both. Lovely. Okay, and so that will be... Oh, that's not the answer. Duh. It says find angle 4. This is why multiple choice is great. All right, so the measure of angle 4, we use a different color for that. So angle 4 is right here. Okay, so here's the deal, Ally McBeal. This is angle 1 and angle 4 make a linear pair. You can tell because it's a straight line, and 1 and 4 on one side of the straight line, and that's it. So since this is 149 right here, then we just have to do 180 minus 149. And then that'll give us, there we go. And then that'll give us angle 4. So angle 4 is 31 degrees. Oops. All right, there we go. All right, number 10. All right, AB bisects CAR. And let's put it over here. No idea how this looks. I'm just making a picture. I don't know if it was supposed to be an obtuse angle or not. All right, so it says AB. So A, B. And yes, it has to go in that order because it says AB with the arrow pointing from the A to the B. Okay, and then CAR. Oh, my bad. CAR. All right, and there we go. So let's go ahead and label this thing with the actual angle expressions. So this is going to be CAB. And okay, so this is this one right here. And that's 9x plus 13. And then BAR, 5x plus 45. All right, and then we need to find CAR. CAR is the whole thing. So use a different color for that. So that's CAR. So that's the whole thing. So that's what we have to do. We done. All right, so to set this up, it says bisects. Bisects means it's going to be part equals part. So set these equal to each other. And let's go ahead and solve. Solve however you want to. All right, so I get x equals 8. I'm going to plug it back in. I got 85 degrees for that one. So what's that? 40 plus 45. Yeah, that's also 85 degrees. All right, good. That means I did it right. And then to find CAR, we're just going to do 85 times 2. Or you can do 85 plus 85. Same thing. All right. So we got 170 degrees. Oh, I was right. It is obtuse. Come on, somebody. All right. So then the answer number 10 is cheered. So make sure you write cheered for number 10. All right, next, number 12. point B is on the interior of TUM. So I'm going to make an angle. I don't know how this angle looks. Again, I'm just making up an angle. So this is going to be TUM. And I know that it goes in this order. At least the U has to be in the middle. So that has to be the vertex. And point B is on the interior somewhere. So I'll just call that point B. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw a line or a ray through that. Okay, so then we start with angle TUB. Okay, so that's this one right here. So TUB. And then we have BUM. BUM. So that's that one. 6x plus 3. All right, and then TUM. TUM. All right, so since they're, let me write this down before I start talking. All right, so since there are 3 different like expressions, we got the purple one, the yellow one, and the green one. This, it's not going to be part equals part. Okay, that should be obvious because it doesn't say anything about bisect or cutting in half or anything like that. It does give you a part here, another part right there, and then it gives you the whole thing. So this is going to be part plus part equals whole or total, whichever way you want to say it. So part plus part equals whole. All right, let's go ahead and solve this thing. Of course, you can use end solve if you want. Just be careful how you type it. All right, so we get x equals 12. Let's plug it in to make sure. And also to see what answer we're supposed to be getting. Okay, so I got 92 degrees and 75 degrees. And let's see what this comes up with. $167. That was weird. All right, 167. All right, 167. And 92 plus 75 is 167. So we are good. But let's see, it asks for TUM. Okay, so TUM is the whole thing. So the answer is 167. So the answer number 12, you're going to write crowd surf. Alrighty, number 14. Which of the following angles is a linear pair with angle AHF? So all of these have to, or you're going to use that figure for all of these problems, 13 through 20. All right, so AHF. Let's start using some colors for these. So angle AHF, linear pair. All right, so AHF. All right, so what's going to make a linear pair? So we got options. We got options. So you could say that what's that? AHB. That makes a linear pair, right? Because that's a straight line right there. You could also say FHE, because those make a straight line right there. All right, so it doesn't matter. It does matter because these are multiple choice, but it could be either one. So let's see what it says. It says, see, does anyone say BHA, BHF, AHE, Okay, so let's see. FHE, is there an FA? Oh, there it is right there. Start highlighting these. All right, so since that was the answer, we're going to put rock stars for number 14. All right, next is 16. Which ray is opposite to HF? All right, so HF is right there, and so the opposite ray is going to be, we use a different color so you can see. The opposite ray is going to be on this side. So that's a ray. That reddish color is a ray, and then that yellow color is a ray. And they're opposite of each other because they're pointing in exactly the opposite direction. So that's going to be HB. All right, look at here. Look at here. I know this one is pointing to the left. That does not matter. The arrow starts with the H and it goes toward the B. So the ray starts at H and goes toward B over here. So make sure it does the same thing over here. So H-Town, Houston is the answer. So go ahead and put Houston for number 16. All right, number 18. What's the following angles is supplementary? Don't forget, supplementary means part plus part equals 180. So we're looking for something that makes a straight line, basically, because that's 180 degrees. BHD. All right, let's see what that is. BHD. I'm going to erase all this stuff. All right, BHD. All right, so we see what it looks like. So supplementary means it's going to look like a linear pair because all of these angles are touching. So they're all adjacent. These are going to be adjacent. All right, so we could do this one. But let's see what the answer choices say. I'm plugging. All right, so DHG. So DHG. Now I'm going to cheat. Is that a straight line? No, that's not a straight line. So that's a no. All right, let's try another one. DHA. Now you should know that is not a line. That doesn't even make sense. What about BHF? Well, BHF is already a straight line, so it doesn't make sense that we would add another angle to make it a straight line because it's already a straight line by itself. Hope it's DHF. If not, this is a mistake. All right, perfect. That's the one we needed, and this is definitely a straight line, so we are good to go. That was it. So for number 18, put royal status. Number 20, which is the following perpendicular? All right, let's see. Let me get rid of all this. All right, I'm going to use a different color because I feel like it. All right, so AE and BF. We're trying to see are they perpendicular. So AE, this one, and BF, this one. That's not perpendicular at all. All right, let's look at AE and CG. Get rid of this. All right, so AE is still right here. CG is right here. Yes, these are perpendicular because looky, there's a right angle in the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and circle that. For number 70, for number 20, go ahead and write geometry. All right, so I did half of this with you. I hope you guys are able to finish the rest on your own. Test is going to be next week, all right?